What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Everyone wants to know what the top moment of 2014 was for the Power Play. Did the second and third best moments. Barstool being number 3, and then obviously for the third place, having Feidelberg write me up was sick. Favorite website, so awesome to see my face up there. And then obviously Connor McDavid was too. So those are the second and third best moments. Y'all can only guess what the number one moment was. And it was a Hilary night interview, but not just the interview. I mean, that was cool. But you look back on 9 months before that interview, during the Olympics, I did that Valentine's Day video that she retweeted, but never answered the question directly. When I did that, I was not in the best place in Florida. I was still down there in college, a couple months away from graduating, and just was absolutely miserable. I was in a bad internship. Like, just long story short, just a miserable situation. And kind of down on the dumps, and here comes America's sweetheart, first line player for the women's Olympic hockey team, one of the best athletes in the world, retweeting a piece I did on Valentine's Day. So that was like, oh, maybe life isn't so bad. And then a couple months go by, I'm back in Boston, like go over to watch her play in November, and I met her after the game and introduced myself, and I was like, yeah, you should come on the Power Play sometime. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. And if you look back on the Valentine's Day video, God help you if you do. I even said something like, yeah, Hilary, you come on sometime, whatever, we're both in Boston. And lo and behold, I do the interview, and, it was a ton of fun. And, moments like that are what you work for. Moments like that are why I'm not interested in joining the real world, as they call it. It's not a real thing according to John Mayer. There's no such thing. But, just to have what I thought would be a pipe dream 9 months earlier come to fruition, come to reality. And, I haven't looked too much into it, but she said she wants to play some shinny hockey, so going to get on that for 2015. I mean, again, if you had told me 9 months earlier that would happen, I'm like, yeah, okay. But lo and behold, there she is on the Power Play, rattling up, talking about Charles Barkley with me. If you can talk about Charles Barkley with one of the best hockey players on the planet, that's pretty cool. I got to do some awesome things, and I've been lucky. I'll admit that. I'll be the first to admit that. But I've worked my ass off, and you don't get here. You don't get anywhere just by being lucky. But you really have to dedicate yourself fully, totally, 100%. And that's why I said when I left Florida, I was like, I'm not getting a real job. I want to work in a bar and, do the Power Play and then try to make something happen out of it. And, to say I'm there is a gross overstatement. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but, look at where I started. Even where I was, 6-7 months ago. It's like, this is what it is now. And, we got a huge 2015 planned. I've talked about it ad nauseum, going down to the draft and Sunrise. We got some things going on down there. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. This is going to be something. I'm going to will it, That's what separates, the Mark Messiers and Michael Jordans of the world that just say, get out of my way, get on my back, I'm going to take us there. For everyone else, you've got to be able to kick it into that second, third, fourth gear. And, not let some adversity, come up in the way. And I think that's probably the biggest lesson I learned, in 2015. But, Hilary Knight's an amazing player and an even better human being, and amazing honor to have her on the Power Play. And hopefully she'll be on again, a couple times. Guest host a couple times. I'm sure she'll be awesome doing that, and would love that. And also she found out I work in a bar through a mutual acquaintance a couple days after the interview. That's kind of a funny story too. It's not real. It's a boring as hell story, but I can make it sound funny because that's what I do. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on what the number one moment in 2014 for the Power Play was. Stay tuned for episodes with the season and beyond. Later, guys.